Oh, it pains me to say this. The Jags are dead last in their division. 28-11 loss to the Bucs landed them a 4-8 record. That means they can pretty much kiss their playoff chances goodbye. Mr. Jags sports analyst Mark Brunell joins us this morning. Bad as they looked all season with Foles in charge. So Marone said he was the man for the job. Apparently he was wrong.
It is pretty clear that he was wrong. And in Nick Foles' defense, the line was as bad as we've had it around here in a long time. The offensive line is absolutely broken. Nick Foles is not a quarterback that can operate if there's no protection in front of him. That pass right there, it looked like a really bad interception, and it was a bad interception. Some pressure from the left side. And then this was a nice play by Foles here. Really nice throw. Anyway, Doug Marone, in all likelihood, will go with Gardner Minshew. The Jaguars just looked better in the second half with Gardner Minshew. You go with the best option, and right now it appears to be the rookie.
You brought up a good point. It was not all Nick Foles.
No, it was not.
The offensive line did nothing to protect the quarterback.
Correct. Offensive line struggling. Both tackles were bad. The interior, Norwell, Linder, Can, just not playing good football right now, and you've got to protect your quarterback. A quarterback that is not mobile, that can move around a little bit, that has good pocket awareness, but he's not going to get outside and buy some time, extend plays like Gardner Minshew is going to do. And that's what allowed for Gardner's success. Getting outside the pocket, making plays, just being Gardner Minshew. That is an advantage for him, and that's probably who we'll see going forward.
And it wasn't just the offense.
No, it wasn't. It was the defense as well.
Too. Yeah,
struggling. They're struggling.
They're depleted of many of their biggest defensive players.
They really are. They're beat up. Listen, if you don't have your guys, if you don't stay healthy, particularly this time of the year, you're going to struggle. And but yet it's not an excuse. You've got to play better. Listen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were 4-7 when they came in here yesterday, just like we were. They were a bad team, just like we were, and yet they beat us by 17 points. That tells you where we're at right now. And so it's not good for this football team right now. Going forward, the last 4 games, Bruce, they really don't matter. What's going to be on everybody's mind is what's next. Is Mr. Khan going to clean house? When is that going to happen? What does next year's Jaguar leadership look like? Those are questions that have yet to be answered.
Yeah, things have gone from bad to worse, and the question is now what? Shad Khan, he's got no choice. So it becomes a question of who, what, when, and where. I mean, does he clean house?
You know, he probably will. That's my feel for it. The big question is, does he keep Coach Coughlin? I don't know. I think he'll do a clean sweep. Clean sweep. It's just that bad. It looks that bad right now. I mean, with 4 games left, we're 4-8, playing really bad football. You can make the argument right now that the Jaguars are the worst team in the NFL. We don't have the worst record, but teams like the Dolphins are getting better. The Broncos are getting better. We are not. I think we're going backwards. I don't know if we'll win another game, Bruce.
And my Emily was dejected because her Jets lost to the Bengals, and they were undefeated up until yesterday. But that's a whole other story. Talk about something positive. Baselli and Freddie, maybe bound for the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I think this is the year for Tony Baselli. I think Fred, while I believe he's worthy to get in the Hall of Fame, it might be tough this year. Might take a few years, as it has for Tony Baselli. I do think this is the year for Tony. He's had a lot of momentum going into this year. It would just be nice to have one of our guys in the Hall of Fame. He's certainly worthy of that. It's time.
But Fred wondered why he hadn't been nominated in the past. He has to wonder no more.
He has to wonder no more. Good for Fred.
Talking more about the Jags tonight. It's the Mark Brunell Show. Mark will be joined by Cole, Mark, and Eden live 7 o'clock at Sneakers at the Beach. Love to have you join them. If you can't make it out there, you can watch it on CW17. Jen.